Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We've got Shaka, Craig and Stevie here to answer your questions in the studio. Just you guys, actually. No remotes tonight.
Oh, come.
All in-house.
Oh, okay.
No remotes.
We're all waiting to see what you had to say about some of the
Was waiting for your
topics.
return anxiously.
Yep.
You can do extra time on your own, I think.
Come on,
We should just go home, Stevie.
You're talking as if I've been off for 2 weeks. I was here at the weekend.
Craig, what
I
the
just
people-
had 3 straight days off because
It just felt like 2 weeks.
we did a swapsy.
What does Stevie do now? What does Stevie
He
do
had
now?
he had a pickup
Oh, okay, all right.
at the airport that he got wrong, which meant I had 3 days off. Who's complaining?
You
really want to hope I've made mistakes then, really, don't you?
You got the airport wrong?
Oh, you got the person wrong?
No, I got the day wrong. At the airport.
Listen, I don't put it beyond Stevie to go to the wrong airport. I really don't.
Well, that was fun.
Oh, God.
Oh, poor Stevie. All right, let's get started with Stevie then.
well.
Stevie,
I don't like these clocks being back in England or wherever it is. Where are the clocks back?
they're already back in England.
yeah.
We always go
When
back
do
soon, and
else-
then we go ahead before them.
2 weeks' time.
We've got to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's
So
the
wait,
weekend.
are you saying?
Next weekend.
I'm saying a week from Sunday.
Yeah, no.
Is that right? A week from
Producer's
this
telling me
Sunday.
it's this weekend.
Is this weekend?
Yeah.
What are you looking at me for?
Because you used to gain an hour of sleep when the clocks went back until you became a parent, and then you lose more sleep. Yeah.
I thought it was a 2-week difference between England and here. All right. I'll go with what you say, Kate.
Yeah, I'm just going with what the producer says.
Don't blame
I don't
the
even know what
producer.
day of the week it is. All right, Stevie, on the whole, would you say your Revs teams played an entertaining brand of football? How much did you try to relate the style of play to that of your Liverpool days, albeit with a different calibre of players?
I'm afraid my answer is going to be a lot shorter than the question.
Okay.
Listen, it's about winning the game. About winning the game. So I can assure you, the first thing in my mind wasn't how are we going to entertain all the fans today. No, it's how do you set up to win the game, and along with winning, if you can play well, then that's great. So that was the whole premise. We weren't going out to show style, any sort of style, or I certainly wasn't going, we're going to pass it in from the back, and if we lose any goals from doing it, I'm sticking to my principles. No, my principle was, we're going to win the game. That's what the principle
To
was.
remind him of it's about winning. Next time Liverpool don't put in the performance.
That's
they
right.
want at
That's
Anfield.
right. Mm-hmm.
Winning's what matters, Stevie. You
But when
said
you're the
yourself.
coach, winning, that's what matters, yeah.
Okay.
But when you're at Liverpool, it also matters how you play.
Right.
There's a slight difference.
All right. Is this the last chance for Manchester United players like Rashford, who's under their 6th manager, or will the manager still take the blame if they underperform again?
Well, whoa. Eric Ten Hag's not taking the blame because of Marcus Rashford, as poor as he's been. Marcus Rashford was excellent for him
First season.
first season. Yeah. Eric Ten Hag's downfall is part of it is all the players that he brought in, particularly from Holland, that were definitely his doing for a lot of money, and they haven't performed. Now, he has got players there that, well, not his, some of them, but a lot of them have come in under his tenure. He pushed for Mason Mount, which at the time we were all going, well, they need a strike. They need a top quality striker. They spent 70 million on Mount. They just chased him. There's nearly 100 million on Anthony. So there's so many other things. But
Was Sancho his as well? He was, wasn't he?
No, Sancho,
he was already there.
Was he already there?
Yeah.
so a lot of this is not players getting Eric Ten Hag the sack. Eric Ten Hag got himself the sack. But
That long.
the answer to your question is, Marcus Rashford is drinking in the last chance saloon, I think, anyway, in his Manchester United career, no matter who's the manager.
When a coach gets sacked, you can all answer this, Shaka. How do players say goodbye?
I don't. I mean, sometimes the manager comes back in to say goodbye. He's like, all right, sorry about that. See you later.
You gone?
It's part of the game. It's part of the game, and you kind of accept it as part of the game. And I don't think anybody other than the manager loses too much sleep over it.
Depends how well you know them. The only one I've ever really said goodbye to was Kenny. Because I'd played with him and knew him really well. You know, called him up a couple of days later when things had settled down and just said, how you doing? But every other manager,
On the other side of it, when you were a manager, did you say goodbye to your Revs players?
No.
No, just go.
No. Well, the season was done. I didn't get the chance, but I wouldn't have anyway. I mean,
I didn't get the chance, but I wouldn't have anyway.
I wouldn't have. No. No.
It's just part of the game.
Part of the game, aye.
Yeah,
When you're done, you're done. See you later. Next one, you're out. Next one comes in. That's it.
Same for you, Craig?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
all right. Craig,
Why you ask Craig? Look at Craig. Look at Craig. Look at Craig.
I know that, but I also know there's a few managers in his career that he had a good relationship. So I was wondering if he might add...
Oh, I'm going to fall asleep.
Any Dutch managers? He,
What? Dutch? Oh, yeah.
He said goodbye to. He's called him up when he dust settled.
Well, actually, I wasn't at Chelsea. I'd already left, but I was going to call Rudd up when he got sacked from Chelsea.
Craig, Amorim has only had success in a second-tier league, just like Ten Hag had, and Bayern and Liverpool passed on him. How bad will it get for Manchester United if they don't get this right? And why not go for someone with top-tier experience?
Like who? Like who?
Tuchel.
You may have noticed, but while Man United sat in their hands, Pochettino, we could agree or disagree. Some might think he's top tier, some might think he's up, but he took the US job, US men's national team. Tuchel took the England job. Klopp's taking the Red Bull, whatever job that is, but he's not taking the money.
Cigar job.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Instead, he's sitting in his house in Mallorca
Director of football.
with his feet up. And it's upset all the Dortmund fans we hear. Jurgen Klopp taking this, all the Dortmund fans in Germany, they're all up in arms. Who cares? I mean, as if they've not got enough to worry about with the absolute garbage they have to watch every week. But they've got a great yellow wall. Fantastic.
We've been following along on social media a lot for you.
We were talking before then. Didn't Archie say Jurgen Klopp built that club?
Well, no. He said that he was part of the atmosphere that was put there at the Signal Iduna Park.
I like Craig's interpretation better. He built this club. Jurgen Klopp built this club.
Have you been
Brick by brick.
Have you been active on X this week? You've been tweeting a lot last time I saw
Not
you.
really, just a few. A couple of grenades out there, bosh. I just like little grenades now and again, bosh. I'm not interested. I've absolutely, let me tell you, I have absolutely zero interest in interacting with people. Do you know what people go? No, but I mean, I don't mean people. No, I don't mean people here. I mean people on Twitter, X, right? You know when you get Don and all the rest of them, and these people, they want to go and argue with people for hours on end every day, and I'm like, oh my God, why would you? You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. Yep. I don't even throw any grenade. I'm off it.
And then there's the other one. Letting everybody know what your schedule is for the week. As if people in here actually care. My schedule for the week is 5 shows, 3 a commentary. And I'm like...
Well, you can tell us your schedule because they all know that if Manchester United win, you call in and don't want to come in.
Listen, if I only come in when Man United were winning, I'd hardly ever be in. Let's be honest about it.
All right, guys, how would you rank the League Cup in terms of importance during your time in the Premier League, and how seriously did your clubs approach the competition?
I think it's pretty similar to how it is today. I think the League Cup counts for 15 of the Premier League clubs. If you win it, it's great for the top 5, the Cities, the Liverpools of today. It's nice to add to something else. But if Manchester City only win the League Cup, that's not a good season. That's not a good season for them. If they win the league and the Champions League and you add the League Cup to it, then all of a sudden, winning the League Cup becomes a little bit more meaningful for them.
Well, in the 80s, it absolutely meant something. You know, this was before. You know, the only way you got in the European Cup was if you won the league, and so to get in Europe, you had to win the league, the FA Cup, or the League Cup. So it was absolutely important. And one of the reasons is because everybody played the first team back in the 80s. It was none of this, well, we'll play some of the reserves or we'll make 8 changes. There wasn't any of that. Every single team that was in this was full bang after it. Now, yes, it was third in line, but in terms of importance, absolutely.
And you get to Europe through the League Cup?
Aye.
I don't remember that.
Well, you had
I was a little bit later than
so you had the European Cup, you had the Cup Winners' Cup, and you had the UEFA Cup.
Right.
So that was the 3 European tournaments. And you either won the league, won the FA Cup, or you won the League Cup.
You didn't get in those competitions for finishing second, third, or fourth, did you?
Nope, absolutely not.
I remember it was second started in 95-96 because that was when Newcastle finished second. That was the first year that second place teams got into Europe.
So previous to that,
you had to win it.
Okay, well, then,
you never saw any rotation
Right.
in the cup competitions.
None.
Because the money from the Premier League, the TV money wasn't there, or the entry
right.
into the European.
That was
Europe-
before that. I was at Reading and university, so yeah, that had been before me. Yeah.
And back then, I mean, I was at the UEFA Cup and what was the other one?
Cup Winners' Cup.
Cup Winners' Cup was.
It was big.
It was
They
a
were
pretty big deal. I mean, Aberdeen, for example, when Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager at Aberdeen before he was at United, beat Real Madrid in the Cup Winners' Cup, which was huge. You know what I mean? But now it's a little bit more.
Right. That's before me. Yeah.
It's money.
Now you're laughing on the bench if you're not going through to the next round.
Money.
Yeah.
It's just money. And I mean, it's money because the clubs are prioritising, so the managers then have to prioritise, and it has an effect, a snowball effect all the way down, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's just, it's money. But like the Club World Cup.
Last night during the World Series, a fan tried to rip the ball out of the glove of an outfielder after he made the catch. Did you ever deal with fans or a ball boy who tried grabbing the ball or wouldn't give it to you when you tried
There's a lot of Muppets go to these baseball games, isn't there?
There's a lot of Muppets go to football games.
What football? What,
Guy, I'll tell you
NFL?
what. I had a guy. I was playing Sheffield Wednesday, Notts County against Port Vale, last game of the season. And at the end of the game, I noticed all of a sudden the whole outside of the field, all the fans had gone over the wall and were all standing on the, and I was like, oh, what's going on here? And the referee blew his whistle and I had the ball. So I picked the ball up and everybody entered the field and this guy was trying to get the ball. And so he's grabbing it and I'm like, all right, I'm doing this. And then after about 3 seconds, I thought, what am I doing? Just game that. So I went like, there you go, and we all ran off.
Where was it?
Port Vale.
Yeah, they're not right in the head.
I was like,
Port
what?
Vale. Hold on, Robbie.
Hey, what am I doing?
Robbie Earls from Port Vale. Where's Robbie? Earls from Port Vale. What do you expect?
Robbie tried to grab the ball.
No, but you know, you see these baseball games sometimes, not all the time. When the ball goes in, sometimes you've got a young kid or a youngster, boy or girl, 10 years old, going to try and catch the baseball, and some adult comes bouncing out the way and launches him out the way just to get this baseball. You just think.
There was an amazing one though of a young lad at the front, and I mean young, and he gave it to the lovely ladies behind him, and he was all like happy with himself, and he'd actually kept.
I saw that.
He just kept a few flies to look like he was. Yeah, he's smart, that kid.
Good lad.
All a bit. I know.
Yeah. So no,
Adults taking the ball off.
Yeah. Nobody
boy.
wants
What's
do
that
they?
all about?
That's why they always get put on blast, and they deserve to be as
They
well.
get what?
They're like whenever it's seen, everybody always posts.
Come on,
that.
keep up with the lingo,
Yeah.
lads.
What's it called?
Put on blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's blast?
When you go viral, when they put
like
you
if-
out there.
Oh, right.
Come on.
If
Right.
somebody sees that happen in the stands, they put the video up
I'm
on
for
social
the-
media so everyone can
Embarrass
I'm Gen
them,
Z.
yeah.
An
I'm
awful
from the younger
human
generation.
being.
I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know the
Correct.
lingo. I know the lingo.
Put on blast.
Yes. Put on blast.
Okay, we should do it.
That's a new one.
You learn something every
I'm
day.
so proud. I'm so proud. I know what put on blast is.
You've definitely heard that from one of your kids, haven't you?
No, I keep up with all the latest.
Right, with
I
that
keep
all.
up with all the latest.
Yeah, done with the kids. All right, thank you so much for sending in your questions. We'll be back tomorrow.
Try sending some better ones tomorrow. For God's sake.